basically, agree with you. The issue, though, is that, this runaway train analogy, you want to, keep the train from derailing. And then, so I just sort of go back to that question, like, how do you do that? Disagreements about what is the way to keep it on the tracks or what have you. And so you identified a couple things, like I kind of was, I don't know if I actually did grin, but you mentioned the was it Howard Zinn conference, I guess, and I myself am not a big fan of Howard Zinn.
You're not alone, sir.
Yeah, I know. But regardless of whether, not to sort of debate the merits and demerits of his work, back in the book and even in an article that I got it originally that I wrote and included in the book on D'Angelo, is that what you get into are situations, again, it's a hypothetical, but very much a potential hypothetical. I mean, these things happen.
All hypotheticals are potential. We have to be very careful. Before I'm going to give you a chance to finish, but we should be honest about, the fact that there's a current present problem, and that what you're about to raise is a problem that doesn't exist. It literally doesn't exist. Okay, so go ahead then.
Well, this problem, I mean, there's a number of issues, but like the Howard Zinn just gives me an example to illustrate the problem with labels and so on. Is like, if I were in class and or my kid eventually makes it to high school and they want to put Howard Zinn on the curriculum, and I have objections to that, and I could easily see a situation arising where a teacher or somebody assumes that I'm just sort of exhibiting white privilege or fragility or whatever it is, or I'm not being anti-racist enough or whatever, because I object to Howard Zinn's work. And the reason I object to his work is I just don't think I just think it's not an accurate depiction in the sense that it takes into account the full dimensionality of history. It's a very biased, one-sided depiction. Of course, that's true of a lot of works, I certainly say, but not even trying to go down that road at this point. I just want to say that I would raise the objections to Zinn on the merits of the work as a work of history. And I would object to any implication or insinuation, and I'm not saying there necessarily would be, but I could readily anticipate there being some. I would object to any insinuation that is in some sense arising from a standpoint of whiteness, so to speak, to use some of the terminology in the literature.
Thanks for watching. For access to the full-length conversation and all of the 2-hour-long unedited conversations that I've had on race, click the support link in the description below. Thanks for your support, and see you next time.